So yeah, guys, let's continue. Let me just go here. So our first thing we had to do is to create our first database and table. First of all, I'm going to get into the introduction of SQL and then come back to the table later. So what is SQL? SQL is a standard programming language used to manage and manipulate an internet with relational database. So it allows us users to perform tasks such as querying data, creating and modifying databases, structures, and managing access permissions. SQL is widely used across various relation database management systems such as MySQL and Progress, Oracle, and other things. So now we dealing with SQL, and then yeah, we're dealing with SQL now. We had to create a table and a database. So what I did is easy peasy. I just right clicked and created a table, created this and rename it table. And after that, in my teachers table, what I did, it automatically comes with the columns and the constraints and the indexes. What I did is just to add the information inside this ID, first name and last name and school name and hire date. The way I did it is according to here. Let me just show you how. So as you can see, first of all, I created my table using this method. So these are my columns. I have my first name, my last name, and my school voucher. After that, we had to insert the insert to teachers values method. So this insert to values method, what it does is that it adds the information according to the column that I wanted. So for example, I have my first column first name and my second column last name and my school and my hire date and my salary. So I want to display teachers with their first name and last name and their school and their hire date and their salary. So that is what I did. And in order to view my table of teachers, what I did is that I went here and said all rows and I got this table. Let's just do this cross and got this table. I have my ID, my first name, my last name and school and hire date and salary. Another thing that we had to do, I just added my name and surname and other things. And then I attended to a challenge. This challenge, it says wrapping up your what is this completed. Let me just go here where yeah, you are complied quite a bit in this first chapter, and you created a database and a table and then loaded the data into it, right? Yes, it's right. And you are on your way to adding SQL to your database analysis toolkit in the next chapter, and you use this set of teacher. So it says try it yourself. We did our try it yourself. It says yeah, 2 exercises to help you explore concepts related to the databases, tables, and data relationships, right? And then it says imagine you are building a database to a catalog and all the animals at your local zoo. You want one table of that check the kinds of animals in the collection and another table to track the specifics on each animal. Right? Create table statement for each table that include some of the columns you need and why did you include the columns you chose. So I already did this. Try it yourself. I did the type of animals and the tracking of it. So if I can open here, I already have my columns and all of those and my animal types. The easiest way I showed you guys, you just go to create and create a table. So in my animal types, let's go and view what is actually happening in our animal types. First of all, I had to query, right? It's deleted because I already saved it. I can't query again. But what I did is that where can I write it? Yeah, let me do it here. Yeah, is it here? First name is Kova Chasibu Makiwani. I didn't write it somewhere. Never mind. What I did is just I inserted I said create table animal types, and in my columns I said I want my ID, my species name, my habitat and diet and conservation status, right? Conservation status, right? So now we're gonna view our table. We right click and go to all rows. Let's see how it display. So as you can see, this is my animal types values, and in order for this table to appear, we choose select from public from the folder public.animal types order by ID. Now let me explain for you these commands, what they do. So if I'm not mistaken, just bear with me a little. So we use select to select all the records in the animal types table, right? And then we use the command order by. We use the command order by in order. It says the following SQL statement selects all customers from the table sorted by the country and the customer name. That means that the order by country, but if some rows have some countries, it orders them by customer name. So the order by, what it does is that it sets the words in ascending order to like A up until Z. Yeah, from 1 up until 2 in order. And then yeah, the ID ascending order. So I can also type in descending order. So what I'm gonna do is just that I'm gonna say D. We use capital letter. So this is descending order, right? And I'm gonna play it. After playing it, I'll get a prompt saying successfully, which means it have saved the information, and now I can view my table again. So as you can see, this is my descending order. It is my R, my A, my African name, and all that. Now let's go to our tracking table, which is animals. What I did, same thing. I right clicked and created a table. After creating a table, I got in my animals, my columns, my constraints, my indexes, and other information too. Now we're gonna focus on our columns. I created my ID, my name, my birth date, my gender, my arrival date, and animal type ID. So in order for that to happen, to put in information, what I did is I used the insert into animals. So it is insert into animals. Let me just show you here. Let's say query tool. Will I get anything? This is just an example. I said insert into the table animals, right? And then my ID, the what is this? The name, my ID. Wait, I'm not supposed to write in capital letter. My ID, the name, and the birth date. The name and the birth date. Birth date, right? And then we put in another thing. We say, oh, I forgot it. the ID, the name and the birth date, the gender, the arrival date, and the what? The animal type ID, animal type ID, right? So these are all my things. I have my name, never mind. I have my name, my birth date, and all of that. And then after I say values, right? And I insert my values. Inside my values, I put in, for example, my name is gonna be Lion, right? After Lion, you put in the birth date. Put in the birth date, it will be 2023 11 30. After, you go to the gender. What is the gender? The gender is male, right? I'm gonna put in male. And then we go to our arrival date. What is our arrival date? The arrival date, it will be 2023 027, right? Yeah. So then we go where? We go to our animal type. In our animal type, we say herbivore. So yeah, this is what I did, and now I'm gonna show you how the table looks like. Now we're gonna say view all rows. So yeah, I have my ID, my name, my birth date and gender, and arrival date and animal type. So I have Simba, Nala, and Dumbo, and Pabu, and all of that, or the types of the tracking app of the animals. So as you can see, I used the method select, which selects the record, all the records from the public folder animal table. And then I used the function order by ID ascending order. So it will set the ID according to ascending order. If I want, I can change it and say descending order, right? We say in capital letter, remember. So this is descending order. What is going to happen is that we're going to see 4 3 2 1 because it's descending order. The order by is just put in a specific thing in a different order. Yeah, that's the order method. What it does, it's either ascending or descending. So as you can see, I told you guys. Now I want to change, let's say, my mail to ascending order. My name. Let's go to our name. Our name to ascending order. Is it ascending? Yeah, we're gonna put in our name to ascending order. Let's see what we get. Now, yeah, this is how our name is: Dumbo, Nala, Pabu, Simba. Now I'm gonna put everything in order now. Put in my ID. So this thing is easy, guys. You specify the column that you want to change, and then it changes. We use the order by function. It chooses that table and put in our IDs in descending order or ascending order. It doesn't matter. Now we can put it in ascending order. As you can see, is 1 2 3. Then we put in our name also in ascending order. Ascending order, Dumbo and all of that. Yeah. Now, why did it change? Oh, this affects, I think this affects that my IDs affects the name, so they go along to each other, so I can't change it. So let's go here and say now it's number 1 up to 4. Yeah, so that is how it is. That is what I learned, how to create a table and how to insert values into a table, into columns. So how to do that, that's how I did it. And yeah, guys, I have my other methods. Here's the select statement, fetches every row and column in a table called my table. Select from teachers. That's what we get. The information that I showed you. Is it this one? This one? This one? Yeah, it's this one. So now we want the school. We want the select the last. So we want to select the records of the last name and first name and salary of the teachers, right? When I take this, put it here, then do this. Now let's play it and see what happens. Now we have the last name, the first name, and salary of the teachers, right? And then let's say I want the school instead of the salary. I also want to add the school. Let's remove salary and put in school. Once I put in school, let's see, now I have school, you see. So everything affects what I change in my select records method from my teachers table. So this is an easy thing. I think I'm gonna enjoy SQL. SQL comes with a lot of things. The reason why I think like SQL is important is because it is user friendly, like, and it is accessible. So SQL is designed for a broad range of users, so including those with minimal or maximal programming experience. It makes it approachable for non-technical individuals. And another thing is that it is effective database management. SQL enables the creation, modification, and management of databases efficiently, and it saves time, simplifying the complex databases operations and all that. So yeah, thank you guys for viewing my YouTube channel. And another thing, we have our SQL commands that are mainly categorized in 5 categories. So we have our DDL, which is our data definition language, and our DQL, which is our data query language, and our DML, data manipulation language, and DCL, data control language. Now we're using what we call our DQL. So in our first, when we create a table, we use our DDL commands. Our DDL commands is our data definition language, which actually sets consists of the SQL commands that can be used for defining, altering, and deleting database structures such as tables, indexes, and schemas. So we use it. We have our first command, which is create, and our second command, which is drop, which means I delete the objects from my databases, and alter the structure of the database. Then truncates remove all the records from a table, including all the spaces allocated for the records. And then comment, it add the comments to the databases. And then rename, I can rename any object existing in the database. Thank you for viewing my YouTube channel, and I hope you click that subscribe button for more of my content.